Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Work. My guest today is Elizabeth, and I think you're going to love this lady. She is so open. Her mind she's extraordinary. I think you'll probably fall in love with her as deeply as I did. She's just a bit upset with her daughter and family because she sees them as not respecting her and appreciate all that she does for them. And if this is familiar, you're in the right place. If you find it valuable, please pass it on. Let's do the work with Elizabeth. Open your mind, open your hearts. Let's do self-inquiry together. Hello, dears. Hello, hello, hello. Those of you new to the work today, those of you new to this community, welcome here. Together, we identified the thoughts that cause all this suffering in the world. What world would it be? Ooh, I know my world. My world. You have yours, I have mine. No two people live in the same world. When you're asleep at night and you're not dreaming, what wakes up in the morning? Identity. I'm awake. Late for work. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. So am I being thought or am I thinking on purpose? Something's going on. Is that I? That I is out of control. So where is my compassion? Where is my mercy for what wants to live that can never live? As I listen very carefully to my ego. If it gets rough or I just want to check in, I move the thoughts that are running in my head from my head to paper, and there is my mind stopped. Still going on here, but some of it is stopped on paper. It's right there for me. What a blessing. Now that it's standing still, I can go back and I can question to see what is true and what is not as I question it. Is that thought? When I was believing it then, was it true? And then if I'm in the moment, as though I'm there now in that situation, I'm going to question from that position as I sit in self-inquiry. Those of you new to the work, again, welcome here. And some of the things, if I say something that just seems out of bounds or just wackadoodle or just notice. And maybe it's not your cup of tea. And maybe if you hang in, who knows. But here I am. I'm in. Melanie, honey, you have a question?
Hello, Katie.
Hi, Melanie.
I've been doing your work and I noticed that my universal beliefs are changing. But I was wondering, is there a way you can directly change your universal beliefs?
Oh, no, I don't try to change my belief. I just want to know what's true and what isn't. And then when I am aware of what is valid and I understand how I react when I believe the thought, and then I notice who I am without it, because we're not always thinking, It's the mind in love with itself. No harm, no foul, just living a life. It doesn't have to be real to love life. Imagination is everything. Some great philosopher said that, and I'm in. Oh, Shannon, honey, you have a question?
Hi, Katie.
Hey, sweetie.
So I appreciate this work always in our calls, and thank you for being here with us. I had an uncomfortable feeling last week. I know we talk about they're coming to take me away, and my heart just jumped to people in like North Korea, or like, let's say they really are coming to take you away. And this world is so beautiful. And I'm like, well, when I think they're coming to take me away, it takes me out of this present moment. And I'm not grateful for what could be the last hour of my life. But time seems like such a long time. If, let's say, they were taking me away to torture me, maybe that's a worksheet for me to work on. But in that situation, I was thinking, okay, like, what if people are really getting taken away to be tortured for the rest of their life? Like,
then be one of those people and write a worksheet from that situation where they're really taking you away. Where's the fear in that situation? Here, 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 here. Just one belief at a time, one fear at a time. If they're going to take me away and lock me up in some dark place, and I could miss what could be the last few moments of my life living in fear of what's going to happen. And where do you do your best when you're fearful or alert? Fear is the ego. When I bring the work to all of you here, I'm not messing around. I love my sense of humor and everything, but the power is within you. And how do you tap into those powers? If you have an open mind, you question the thoughts that are terrifying you in any given moment. If someone has a gun and they put it to my head and they say they're going to kill me, they're going to pull the trigger. Well, why am I so grateful they haven't pulled the trigger yet? I'm not crazy anymore. But the ego will take that from me because the ego is always fearful that when the body goes, no I. It's an illusion fighting for its life, and the name for that is fear. But I just, he could pull the trigger, don't know, and he's standing in front of me, and he says he is, but I don't know. Shannon, I don't know. In that situation, let's say it's at night, which was an experience of mine, I could see, without the fear, I could see his fear. Because the moon was shining, I could see the clouds and the beauty. Because I'm not crazy. Fear is it's crazy. It's like an alarm clock that says, notice what you're thinking and believing. Identify it. And all of us here together, I'm imagining we all have the privilege of just sitting here in this community together, and in this moment where, other than what we're thinking and believing, we're okay. So we can understand the cause of fear and how to end it together. So we are prepared for what the ego will offer up next. And it could be what it offers up next are people coming to get me and take me away. And so I want to be prepared. So that's what these worksheets are about. We can do them on future fears as though it is happening now. And do some serious inquiry. But one thing I love about self-inquiry is, it's nothing we can con ourselves. We can. But if we sit in the situation as we sit in is what I'm fearing right now is going to happen. For example, is it true? And then meditate in that. Can I really know that it's true? That that's going to happen? They're going to come get me. And then continuing to get still. How do I react? Sitting here, safe and sound. No one, I don't see anyone coming to get, and right here, right now. How do I react when I believe the thought they're coming to get me? Now, there's hell. the images are horrendous. So is that on other people, or is it my state of mind that needs to be questioned? Or I can say, oh, it's just my state of mind. Ego loves that stuff. No, get still. How do you react when you're thinking the thought in that situation where you're just fearful? And then in this, just right here, right now, in that situation where you're so fearful, who would you be without the thought? Which means those images in your head, without those that ego peopling you and enemying you and what you're thinking about that. The thoughts and the images, in other words, make up this imaginary world we call Earth.
Yeah.
And then who would you be without it? Oh my God, grace. 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 And all of you know this is a push, but, I'll say it again, even physical pain is either remembered or anticipated. This world is a gift. It's Earth school. It wasn't a gift until I understood the difference between what I was believing the world to be and the people in it, and to really look at it without naming.
That's helpful, Katie. Yeah. I need, like, I would be in total peace without the thought they're taking me away. And then, the ego just jumps to, like you said, these extreme images of what about the people that are in these gnarly situations? And if I was in a gnarly situation, I guess the only gnarly situation I should be worried about or concerned about or attending to is the gnarly situation in my mind.
Yes.
Really.
And when you take care of that, you're more able to take care of us that are not in the state of mind that you're holding. So you're available to help. It's like, I'm okay, I get it. No, that's not it. It's how can I help those people in fear, those people that are going through it. And then that's like a school. Can I give to myself in a situation like that what I'm giving to them? And there'll be pieces there that could really self-inquiry, the gift that just keeps giving. It's a match for the ego, and eventually the ego just, it's self-realization that's not the world I see in my mind's eye. That's imagination. But I can't just say that and believe it. Even though it may be true, if my ego is going to just grab hold of it, it belongs on a worksheet. Thank you, Shannon. Your questions I always appreciate, because you're not alone, honey. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, sweetie, you have a Judge Your Neighbor worksheet?
Yes, I do. Good morning, Katie.
Morning. Those of you new to the work, the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, you can go to thework.com and just hit print, pull up the Judge Your Neighbor worksheet. It's on the homepage, and just print, and it's yours. And you don't have to enroll or sign up or leave your name or anything. And so that's what Elizabeth has filled in, and there are 6 questions on it. So Elizabeth, what is the situation and the time and place? And
yeah, this is the first time I've done a family one. I've usually done individuals, but this is my family, and I'm really feeling this. So I'm angry with my family because they don't respect me and don't appreciate what I do for them.
Okay, so they don't appreciate what you do for them. And what is the situation?
I am almost divorced.
Did you say you're almost divorced, or
Yeah.
you are?
Almost, like at the final judgment stage. And you've been divorced before, so you know that every single, point of contact is divided, and that there's zero ambiguity with respect to how things go, especially financially. And so we've done that. And my soon-to-be ex-husband has told the kids that I am not paying for certain things that I'm responsible to pay, which is not true. And so nobody wants to hear my explanation. You know, this child was upset about me not paying for spring break. That child was upset about me not paying for her relocation, etc. And so nobody wants to hear anything about it.
And the situation?
Yeah. I am on the plane coming back from Austin, house hunting with my daughter. And she said, Mom, regarding the finances, your need to be understood is not my problem. I just want to be cared for.
Okay. So, and so you've shared the background with that, and then she says that.
Yeah.
Okay. So you need to be understood. You need your daughter to understand you. In that situation, you need to be understood. So close your eyes, be on the plane. She's sitting next to you. Okay. Are you in the air or on the ground?
In there.
In the air. And she said,
I know that you need to be understood, but I don't care about the details. I don't care about the arrangement between you and Dad. I just want to be cared for.
Okay. And then you have the thought that you need to be understood.
Yeah.
So be there, listen to her, saying just what you described to us.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to her. Get in touch. You believed it then. Get still. Hear her. Look at her. You need to be understood. Is it true? You believed it then. What do you see in the situation right here, right now, sitting with your daughter in your mind's eye? You need her to understand you. You need to be understood. Is it true?
Yes.
Now notice how you react. What happens when you think the thought, I need to be understood, and she's saying, your need to be understood is not my problem, Mom.
I am not present to what she's asking me. I'm just thinking about myself. I'm feeling like a victim. I am feeling angry at her. I can't feel any compassion for her at all.
Okay, now notice there's a cause for that. The images in your head now, in your mind's eye, are the family. It's as though you're just misunderstood, all of them. Mm-hmm. That's a lonely place to be.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah. Now, what is the cause of your suffering? What she said, or what your ego offered up in your mind's eye when you're believing, I need to be understood? And she says, I just want to be cared for.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like intellectually, I know.
Just stay in it. Just stay in it. Drop those images in your head of the whole family against you. Just focus on your daughter. She's sitting there in real life. Mm-hmm. You're in the past and future. So focus on your daughter without the thought, I need to be understood. Listen to her. All of you as parents, don't you want to know what your children think of you? Well, here's a daughter that trusts you enough she can say those things. Where I sit, that's commendable. She trusts she can say that to you.
Yeah.
You'll continue with your eyes closed. Be there now. Listen to her without the thought, I need to be understood.
Yeah, I see how desperate she is to just not be a part of the conflict, to just be who she is with her own needs as my kid.
Yeah, there you are. There you are. I need to be understood. Turned around. I don't need to be understood. Hear her.
Mm-hmm.
I need to understand her in that situation on the plane.
And I feel my ego really fighting for this.
Yeah, it's really scary to sit in what the ego's offering up. It's like your family's against you; they're all ganging up on you, and it's all your fault. That's going on in your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I can hear my ego saying, "I'm trying to save you." I'm the only one who cares.
Yeah, have you heard me say defense is the first act of war?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's defense. It's the opposite of listening.
Right. Right. It's not listening at all.
I think you're onto something really powerful.
Yeah, it's so strange. Like even in like trying to let go of this belief. I mean, my breath leaves me. Like I'm trying so hard to get enough breath, like I've really been dining on this.
Yeah. To be happy, I don't need to be understood. To be happy, I need me to understand her, to give her what you want. If you can't give it, how can you expect your children to? Where's the teacher?
Mm-hmm. And I think the one that I think has been missing for me is I need to understand me. Like if I'm with me, then I don't need to go looking for it. I don't need to go shopping around, like I know what's going on.
I need me.
Yeah.
To understand me.
And even in the dynamics with the family, like I see what I'm doing. I'm trying to get them to sign off on my worth, I don't, that's what seems to be happening here.
You're describing a hopeless state of mind.
Yeah.
For some of us, we believe like you're believing, and we're condemning our family, and all of a sudden, what I feel is their fault.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not their fault.
Your family doesn't respect you. In that situation, turn it around. I don't
respect me. I don't respect them.
I don't respect my daughter in that situation where she needs you to understand her.
Right.
Notice how disrespectful, how it becomes all about you. And she just wants you to understand.
Yeah, she just wants to be cared for. All the words are not necessary. She doesn't want any of that.
And notice what a relief that would be for you to meet her there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's landing so I can breathe. I'm feeling my body relax. Like I'm not fighting for my life.
Would you rather understand or to be understood?
I'd rather understand.
There you are.
Because then I actually got somewhere, Well,
you've got that power. The other you don't have. It's like begging, pleading, turning into the victim. It's hard work.
Right. With no end game. Like that's a cycle that doesn't ever end.
No good comes of it. We can get what we think we wanted, but there goes the family. They're off having Thanksgiving and you weren't invited. Let's look at number 2. In that situation with your daughter on that flight, what do you want your daughter to think, say, feel, or do?
I want her to be grateful for me. I want her to communicate with me, include me, value me, respect me. I want her to be with me as much as I want to be with her.
You want her to be grateful for you. Look at you defending. You want her to be grateful for you in that situation when she just wants to be understood.
Mm-hmm.
Really important you sit in this, because you're gonna get a look at things that you've seen but you've never seen before.
Yeah. And it's me wants, well, my ego wanted to be understood, but she just wants to be cared for. She wants my presence and she wants to be felt, you know?
You want her to be grateful for you in that situation. Is it true? Listen to her.
Yeah, no, it's not true.
And notice how you react, what you say, what you do. Notice your body language. Notice the tone of your voice. When you think the thought, I want her to be grateful for me. And she just wants you to hear her.
Yeah, it is just, I'm sitting in my own spotlight and she doesn't get to exist at all. I find it so spooky that it takes me such a long time to find compassion for my own kid. I mean, that's really, it's really something to feel that as a mother.
Well, when our ego's in charge, after all I've done for her, after all I've done for them, and there's no room for compassion.
Right. The ego is like, hey, in my defense, I just got through a divorce process. So give me a break.
Mm-hmm. But she's just gone through a divorce as well.
Right. Without any control over anything.
Mm.
Just two people doing this.
Now listen to her. Look at her without the thought, I want her to be grateful for me. Listen to her. Get in touch. See, this is good mothering. This is true mothering. And fathering for those, it's any parent. I want her to be grateful for me. Continue to look at her, listen to her. Yes. I want you to be grateful for her.
It's like desperate for me to break through my own self-contained capsule of my bullshit,
I want me to be grateful for her, live that turnaround. Be there now. Listen, take it in. I want me to respect and appreciate her. Give her what you wanted. And notice, which do you prefer?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like me being able to offer my own presence to her and allow her to exist, and for me to get in touch with my gratitude for her. I mean, she's in her low 20s, like who knows anything at that age? She's able to really feel what she feels and express it, and ask for what she needs, which is a really incredible thing.
Yeah, it's she's clear.
Yeah. And concise, she didn't have a whole thing to say.
Well, when you look at who she's dealing with, she better be.
It's true.
And you're looking, it's self-realization.
Yeah.
So I want her to communicate with me. You want her to communicate with you. Is it true? Listen, she's doing that. She's telling you what she wants. She's including you. She's courageous. I'm using your words here on the worksheet. She's valuing you enough, no matter how difficult it is to get through to you in that situation. Mm-hmm. She values you enough to speak out and to ask.
Yeah, and it's wild. I have told her so many times, if dealing with me is so hard, you don't have to. I have no relationship with my mom. She's like, why are you constantly inviting me to be estranged from you? What is that? I'm like, well, it's a way to deal with things.
Oh, self-awareness. So let's just turn this whole thing around. Read what you wrote in that situation. I want me to communicate with me and include her, value her, respect her, to want to be with her and listen as much as she wants to be with me right now. To trust you when she's telling you what she wants. Let's look at 3. In that situation, to get what you want, what advice would you give her? She should, she shouldn't.
Inform me of her plans, express gratitude, clean up after herself, do as I ask to maintain our home, understand how very little it takes to mutually cooperate for a peaceful life.
All that wisdom in you just wasted on the effort. Oh my gosh. In that situation, to get what I want, I should
inform her of my plans, express gratitude to her, clean up after myself, do as she asks to maintain our home.
Yeah, she asked you a question.
Yeah.
To do as she asked, answer the question.
Yeah.
That's all she's asking. You have this big, long list here. She's just asking you this question.
Wow.
And you're bringing in the housework.
I mean, understand how very little it takes to mutually cooperate for a peaceful life. That's funny.
That is. That's a bit of something.
Yeah, it is so simple. That's hilarious. Wow.
So read it again. Advice to myself in that situation, I should inform her of my plans.
Yeah, inform her of my plans.
Express gratitude.
Yeah. Clean up after myself.
Yeah, every time your children, you're with them, they're speaking, clean up after yourself. Notice your attitude when it becomes all about you, and just thank your ego for sharing and listen. They're not going to make you ever do anything. Just listen. It could be something that you want, and continue to get what I want. And number 2, I want her to be grateful and communicate with me and include me, value me, respect, all of that. I should do as she does to maintain our home. So examples.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm very nitpicky around people cleaning up after themselves when they make food. And it creates tension, when I come in and have like a whole critique of what's happening in the kitchen. And it just creates shitty energy in the house, And then the kids feel like, the residual effect is that they feel unwanted here, In this new space, they've just been left with their old family life, and there's a lot of transition and all that. So it's not creating, for me to be on top of them that way, for my ego to be flaring around all these things. It's not creating the peaceful life that I want.
Yeah. And advice to yourself to get what you want. I should understand what it takes to mutually cooperate and have a good life. They've left the dishes in the sink, crumbs on the table. I should understand what it takes to mutually cooperate and have a good life. Honey, I'll do this, you do that, and don't expect them to do it. They will or they won't, but there's always you. That's your home, your own space.
Right. There's always a way to do it with love and with presence and with cooperation. There's always that option.
And the people in our lives, they teach us. And these worksheets really, really show us just what we want and advice and wisdom, just pure wisdom. As I sit with you and just watching you take it in, it's really beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're starting a whole new life. You can start it like a child and let your children be your teacher. Let them mother you and listen. You know, if my children or Stephen, you know, if they leave their dishes on the sink or something, and assuming I'm going to do it, I can ask that they do it, and then they'll do it or they won't. But who is the one that wants it done? Oh, that would be me. So here I am. I do it. You know, there's a place in one of my books I talk about doing the dishes, and it's, you know, I'm speaking to it, but it's just, it gives me a life of service. And this is not exaggeration. I can have like holidays in our home and Thanksgivings and all this stuff, and they're coming for Easter. And this is not pushing it, but I did this worksheet so well, live these turnarounds so well, because they just make they just make sense. That they are doing it now before I can get to it. Don't expect it, but that's what's going on. It's consistently. It's like some kind of miracle. It's not something I could ever teach, but other than by the way that I lived it, and it was my attitude during it. It's a beautiful thing.
You mean they're now cleaning up? Is that what you mean?
Yes, honey.
Wow.
Yeah. Just living these turnarounds and just giving me what I want, because there's no one else that's going to do it. I did it, and I did it happily because they didn't care. I cared. It only made sense. And that switch, it's what I attribute to the way they are in our home. And like I say, don't expect it. Just love your life. And to serve my children is to serve myself. I think that they wanted a piece of that action. I don't know. Just so odd. It's as though I couldn't get it from them until I could get it from myself. And then it looks like we've all got it.
Right.
And I'd name it love. And what that looks like is everything taken care of.
Mm.
And if there's something left and I want it done and there's a one to do it, then self-service.
Right, because I want it done. That's such a powerful motivation. Yeah. I want it. They don't care.
There. You are onto something beautiful. It's like we're slow learners, but this work really is an education.
Yeah.
Oh. They should do as I do to maintain our home. Is it true?
No, because they don't care.
And also notice how you react when they don't do as you do to maintain your home. Notice the things the look you give them, the words that come out of your mouth, your attitude, I don't want them to do as I do to maintain our home.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can look at those pieces that they'll be exactly the ones that you don't want as well.
Right. Right.
I like to say teachers don't have any fun, but students, and students become teachers when they really learn the lessons. We have so much in common. We did it the hard way, but we're on the right path.
Yeah, I think the hard way is the only way to get the lesson to stick.
Yeah, even whether they're listening or not. So we just raise our voices a little.
Or a lot, either way.
Or a lot. So this worksheet will be so amazing when you rework it alone and slow it down, because we're working it here, so you're so much more awake than when you wrote it, and so you can go back and really get in you this wisdom that's coming out of you. And let's look at 4. In that situation, to be happy with your daughter on the plane, what do you need? What do you need her to think, say, feel, or do in that situation when you want her to respect and appreciate you?
I want her to understand me. I want her to...
So number 4 is need.
Yeah. I need her to understand me.
Is that true?
No.
And it could be that she understands you really well beyond what you understand or are aware of.
Yeah, in fact, she articulated in the moment. She's like, what's going on between you and Dad is irrelevant to me, but I'm sure that you have your reasons. And it's probably exactly as you're stating, but that's not what I need. I need to be cared for. I don't need to be here to understand you. I mean, she could not have been more crystal clear about that, And I still was like, I'm going to tell you the situation.
You need her to understand you. So you're a better listener now. You hear her. She says, your need to be understood is not my problem.
Right.
So hear her. This can give you a life of freedom. How do you react? Get in touch with how you react. Physically, attitude, the images of past, future in your head in that situation where you're thinking the thought, I need her to understand me.
Oh my God. My body and my life get so small I could fit on the head of a pin. I'm so pissed. I look back on all I've sacrificed for my kids and for him, and I'm so resentful, and I feel so small and so unworthy and so unloved and so alone and so kicked out of the family. It wrecks me completely.
Oh, honey.
The worst. I completely hate my life.
I need her to understand me. So hear her. Get in touch. Be there with her. And experience, I need me to understand me. Now listen to her carefully. I need me to understand her.
Mm-hmm.
What she said was clear.
Mm-hmm.
Your need to be understood, Mom, is not my problem.
Right, it's true. And she's been so she said, I think you see me as an extension of you. And this is that I'm a part of you that just doesn't get it and that you need to be gotten. But that's not true. I'm a whole person outside of you and your needs. And I'm just like, what?
Boy, you're sure listening now.
Right. It's like she's said it in 15 different languages,
Yeah, she's a little wizard.
She's worked so hard. And I'm just like, nope. This poor kid. And she still talks to me like, how?
Yeah, isn't it like some kind of miracle?
It is.
Yeah, there's something so beautiful about you that it's obvious, but there are pieces there that you're wanting from your children that they can't give.
Oh, no, because they're separate beings.
Hmm. And she's giving you, she's telling you what she,
Yeah.
yeah,
She's still doing so much extra,
yeah. Good to call her after you've worked this worksheet again. Good to call her and say, you are one smart little princess, or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, she's worked really, really hard. And so has my ego. They've been in an epic battle.
Mhm. So to be happy in that situation, I need to understand myself. So you're overriding her, you're defensive,
Mhm.
you're not really listening. The way you're hearing it feels offensive.
Mhm. Yeah, and like I just keep seeing her eyes, I'm sitting there in my ego just, brimming to the top. And she's got this kind of desperate look in her eyes, like, oh my God, just hear what I'm saying. It's really not that hard, lady. Like, this is English. There's no code switching necessary. What's happening?
Yeah, so you're way up there on a pedestal in your own mind, and she's way down there, just doesn't get it.
Right.
After all you've done, after all you've given. Now, hear her. She says, your need to be understood is not my problem. Listen without the thought. I need her to understand me. And listen to her with, to be happy, I need me to understand her. And listen.
Yeah, I can still feel some fight in my ego, Like it's still it's like, come on, though. Give me a little oxygen. I'm fighting for my life over here. But I can see her. I mean, her eyes say everything,
And listen to her wisdom. Mom, your need to be understood is not my problem.
Right. I'm not an appendage of yours. I'm a whole human being.
Well, it's something that only you can take care of.
Right. Yeah, and I recognize that there's deficits there. I'm looking to my family for understanding when I haven't fully sat with my own process enough, that I'm expecting for them to sort of fill in the holes there.
I don't know if you've heard my prayer around that. It's like, God spare me from the desire to seek love, approval, or appreciation. Amen.
Yeah, the ego's like, but I've given so much. Where's my sack of jewels?
Yeah, in front of your face,
Mm-hmm.
right there, sitting next to you on the flight.
Right, just like pleading. Please understand the plain English that I'm offering to you.
Let's look at 5. In that situation, my daughter is.
Oh boy. Inconsiderate, disrespectful, explosive, irrational, selfish, totally out to lunch.
Okay, so now let's try it on and let's see how that fits in that situation with my daughter. She just says the truth that your needs, your need to be understood is, she can't help you with that. It's not her problem. Not that she's just ignoring it. She can't solve it. In that situation, she is considerate.
Yeah, like overly. I can see it's like blowing past her capacity to even offer what she is,
And these are things that you can share with her. She is respectful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, considerate.
All of you new to the work, when you're doing these worksheets, it doesn't mean it fits, but you try it on. She's disrespectful, turn around, try it on in that situation, be there now. She's respectful, test it. Could be true.
Yeah, I mean, I even see her treating this sort of, the difficult mother-daughter relationship with a degree of reverence,
Wow. You've really done a good job, honey. We have some polishing up to do. We all do. But you have raised one amazing daughter there.
Right. I raised her to fight back.
and speak the truth at the same time.
Yeah, always.
You're a tough customer.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Very.
In that situation, she is explosive, turned around, she is patient.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very.
She is irrational, turned around, she is rational. Listen, check it out.
Yeah, makes sense.
In that situation, she's out to lunch. In that situation, she is right on target.
Yeah. Right.
So let's try these on. In that situation, I am, and read 5, and take it in, test it, I am.
Well, I skipped over 2 that were so bad I couldn't even read them. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply them to me because they actually fit.
Okay,
selfish. Yeah, I am in that situation. Selfish, cruel, inconsiderate, disrespectful, explosive, irrational, and totally out to lunch. And that fits 100%.
In that situation, yes.
In that situation.
Because you obviously are an incredible mother.
Can I get that in writing?
And well, you were listening. I mean, you were really listening to her. You really heard her. So that is where I come from. That is admirable.
Thank you.
Oh my. So sometimes you are considerate, respectful, quiet, rational, and clear, and generous, and kind. It's just that in that situation, this is just such an excellent worksheet, honey. Your mind is just so open.
My ego doesn't appreciate this at all. But it was like, all right, fine. And it just went out the door and let me do this. So thank you, ego.
Well, do this worksheet again, and just let it just shift your cells, just see you as the cellular being of just molecules, everything. Just do this worksheet over to they just transform. This work has just shifted my physical just in a radical way. And I feel in my 80s as, just physically freer than when I was in my 30s, 40s.
Great time to be alive.
Yeah. And you're stepping into a whole new life. And, honey, thank you for your generosity and your courage. Let's get some feedback and see.
Thanks, Katie.
Oh, thank you. Nick, honey, your takeaways.
Hello.
Our teacher, Elizabeth, today, what courage, huh?
So courageous and so beautiful to see also how relaxed and calm. I loved the smile that grew brighter and brighter with every step along the way. And Elizabeth, you have an amazingly wise daughter. And considering how young she is, this is amazing. Everything she said is amazing. And I want to share a thought I had when Katie, you said this so many times, and it's a core revelation we have when we're doing the work, that everyone who makes us feel pain or anger is our teacher. And when you said it this time, I had this thought that usually we turn to the work because we ache in some way. And so it's about us. But in my case, for example, my parents are dead. And I had this talk with a friend over the weekend about her mother, her very old mother. And then many of us tend to say, they did their best, we know it. But we still have the pain, we still live with the pain, and we feel kind of respectless. Looking at the dead, for example, or looking at someone who's really old and now in need of our help, respectless to look into the situations where we receive that feeling of pain. And today it struck me that if they are our teachers, which they are, it's like not letting them speak. It's like if we do not go there, we do not hear them out completely.
It's just too painful. It's just too painful. The ego is fighting for its very existence.
Yeah.
And so it's, expect war.
Yeah. And we love them. We love them. So we should hear them out. We should also look at the old pain.
And we do as we're able to. And the barometer is what we're thinking and believing that keeps our mind so closed rather than open to take it in. Thank you, Nick. Samantha.
And thank you so much to Elizabeth. And just, I had, mine is a different situation, but just like I could probably feel what you were going through, which is like the ego, like sort of like thrashing as it's, like how dare you say that to me? And like, you need to respect me. And after all, I had a situation where my sister criticized me as well. And I was really glad you raised your hand and shared with us. And I, learned a lot from you that I could apply to my life in my own situation with my family. I'm really grateful you raised your hand. I learned a lot, and I can understand what you were saying. I know that feeling of the thrashing. Like I could feel it within me too, like as you fight against having to listen to what someone has to say about you.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Yeah. Boy, Jude.
Oh, that was amazing. I felt so, I feel so grateful. That's my takeaway. It just felt like I got from her daughter, I got like everything I ever wished I could have said to my mother. And just that clarity and the communication that they had with and her listening. I felt so touched by her listening.
Such a good listener. Oh,
it's really universal. It really is a community here. I mean, I'm just very grateful for that work.
Yeah,
is working its way through me.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
Such a good one. It's it's like if you want freedom, seek out an enemy. Do a worksheet on that enemy.
Yeah,
and because they bring up things in us that we don't find otherwise. And the kindest people in our lives we can see as an enemy. The ego, it's about survival. And when it's attacking, it's alive, and it seems. Oh, thank you, Jude. Okay, dears. Well, thanks to your contributions, we're able to show up here every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And thank you, Elizabeth, for being our teacher. And thank you for supporting us. And as love would have it, our plan is to be here tomorrow. Mwah. By the way, everyone, if you enjoyed this podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It really matters, and thank you for that. I love that you join me every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 9 to 10 a.m. Pacific Time. At homewithbk.com. Let's do the work.